there's going to have to be a reconciliation at some point. And it seemed logical that no politician is going to get ahead of us, those that fought there, in sort of extending a hand.
Well, I can't bring the people that I killed back to life. That's not possible. But I can go back to Vietnam and I can help their children and grandchildren.
I wanted to make pictures of a Vietnam that most people had not seen before.
Actually, the Treasury Department would write us letters telling us, stop going to Vietnam, stop trading with the enemy.
You know, at that time, our government prevented, things like even the Quakers sending powdered milk to Vietnam. Literally half the children in Vietnam were suffering the diseases of malnutrition. It was very, very poor. And you go to Vietnam today, and it's unbelievable the shift in just a few decades, where you have 4-star hotels and things are going wrong. But back then, it was unbelievable.
Because of my participation in the war and seeing all the destruction and all of the devastation from the bombing and seeing the results of those kinds of actions were very negative. It did nothing to help the country. It wasn't until after the war, when we started spending money over there and sending dollars, that things started to get better for them. And so the dollars were much more effective in producing change than the bullets and the bombs were. And today, you can see, it's pretty much the way we wanted it to be back in the 60s. They're pretty much like us, and they want our products.
And now, frankly, the U.S.-Vietnam relations are very good. I mean, for two countries that were bitter enemies, quite extraordinary how good the relationship is now. And the veterans groups, from the very beginning, played a major role.
If I wasn't personally involved to go between Hanoi and Washington, D.C., I would never believe what I experienced as a disconnect. To go through all of that for so long with such a price, and to realize that neither side knew basically anything about the other side.
Well, I'm not sure how much we learned. We got back involved in Iraq in a very unsatisfactory way. I think that the lesson we didn't learn is we ought to see the situation through the other guy's eyes, not just through our own pair of eyeglasses. But I think it's a lesson we learn and then have to relearn and relearn again.